Welcome to you, my name's Dale, and this is DaylesAddiction. Today I'm going to share with you the collection of handbags I have that are classics with a twist. Now, I think I've got 11 handbags which are versions of classics that aren't classics because there's a twist. And part of my real love for luxury and designer handbags is how unique they can be. And I have come to understand that that's something I'm constantly drawn to. And I know that's not for everybody, but for me, it's a big part of what draws me to different designs and styles, even if they're classics. I want something about them to be just a little unexpected. And if you're new to my channel, to catch you up, part of my style mantra is done but undone. I always like something to look a little unfinished or like it doesn't belong, because that's when I feel most comfortable, whether that's having messy hair or wearing sneakers and a nice dress or wearing a handbag that looks like it doesn't belong. I really enjoy that about fashion. I really enjoy being playful, and I want to share with you the bags that I have that are either inspired by classics or are classics but in seasonal colours, because they are the essence of my handbag collection criteria. So let's kick it off with the most recent bag in my collection, which there are a lot of people in the comments of the reveal video of this saying I'm drooling. There was lots of drool in the comments, let me tell you. And if you don't believe me, go check the video out, read the comments. Every second person is drooling. It's hilarious. So they're talking about my Lady Dior. Now, this is the medium-sized My Lady Dior in the wicker. It is my most recent purchase. I sold my Lady Dior in the small size, which was the ABC. I thought that was enough of a twist for me, the ability to be able to customize with those little charms on the strap. It wasn't. I found that bag was good for an evening bag for me. I tried to jazz it up with a guitar strap, which I did, but it was still too hard to use. I couldn't crossbody it, blah, blah, blah. I found this and I fell in love for a number of reasons. One, wicker, beautiful, suits my climate. Two, big, gaudy labels, love it. Three, it's got the amazing oblique print fabric. It feels so good. It makes me want to buy more oblique. And four, this has an adjustable guitar strap in it. Adjustable, meaning I can wear it crossbody. Even though this bag is not, really designed to wear crossbody, I can wear it on my shoulder. I can hand carry it. This is a great example of a classic with a twist for me in my collection, and I guess a preview of what to expect in the coming 10 bags. Now, I have two Louis Vuitton Speedies in my collection. One's quite recent, one's from the very, very beginning. The first luxury handbag I ever bought from the boutique, and it is my classic Speedy. Not so classic. This is a Speedy 35, and it is in the epi leather in ivory. When I bought this bag, I did not want any monogram, because where I lived, lots of people went to Bali and bought fake Louis Vuitton bags, and I did not want my first designer bag to be questioned about whether it was real or fake. I love monogram now, but at the time you could not sway me. So the only piece of monogram I had was this kind of nod to monogram here in the keychain. Another example of a classic with a twist. Classic Speedy, handheld. Why the hell my first luxury handbag was in white leather when I lived in a mining town? I mean, it's beautiful, but, not a really sensible option. So that's my first Speedy. My next Speedy was a very recent purchase, in fact on the 1st of January 2022. It's the Speedy 25 Bandolier in the denim. And there's no need to explain why this is a classic with a twist. I mean, this shape this style of bag. In the fabric, it's got stuffing in it now, but I actually like to carry it when it's a little more squished up, so it has the original kind of canvas vibes where the belly kind of falls down a bit. But this faded denim, this makes this bag for me. I would never have considered buying a Louis Vuitton Speedy if this denim hadn't have come along. Sticking with Louis Vuitton, the next bag was a purchase from mid last year, and it is my Kappa Scenes bag. Now, the Kappa Scenes is known as one of Louis Vuitton's classics. It wasn't for me. I needed something a bit different. I picked this beautiful blue colour, not just for the colour, but I fell in love with the handle. Now, my husband says that this looks like a 90-year-old man's, I don't see that because I don't know what that looks like. And if he knows what that looks like, well, that says more about him than it does about me. Okay? So, back to the bag. This is a classic style of bag. A lot of people will not be for this shoo handle. It's what sold me on this bag. It's what made me jump on the Kappa Scenes. I was not interested in a Kappa Scenes before I found this one. And in fact, the beautiful lemon yellow one that came out at the time and the baby pink all had this handle. Divine. I could have taken any of them, but I'm really happy they went for this blue. It's such a great neutral for me. Now, the next one you might not think fits this category, but it's my video and they're my rules, and so it's coming in. The next one I want to share with you is my alternative to the Pochette Matisse from Louis Vuitton. And it's not a Pochette Matisse, but it's a Clapton. And I have had both bags, and I hands down recommend this one for a number of reasons. One, how do I say this? I think just the aesthetic of this bag works better for me. I think it's more feminine looking bag than the Pochette Matisse. It looks more masculine and messenger in my opinion. Anyway, but I didn't want a leather Pochette Matisse because I loved the monogram and I wanted that wearability from monogram. But I love how this leather flap kind of brings it all back into something a little more smarter and feminine. The hardware on this bag is amazing, and it's a much more secure and easy to use piece of hardware than the Pochette Matisse S-Lock. Way easier, and it snaps into place, and you can do it one-handed without looking. You don't have to try and line it up and worry about scratching your hardware. Pochette Matisse has a zipper on the back. This one has a big, wide slip pocket. For many reasons, it's my version of the Pochette Matisse. It's a wonderful bag. It's discontinued. It's called the Clapton. If you like it, hopefully you can find it on the pre-loved market. Moving on from Louis Vuitton to Gucci, and we'll finish with Chanel. So the first one I'll share with you is my classic Gucci Ophidia tote with a twist. A twist because it's not Gucci at all. It's Balenciaga. This tote I purchased when the hacker project between Balenciaga and Gucci went live, basically taking on the copyright, the fake bag industry by making fakes of each other's bags. This is all the style of the Ophidia, but with BBs instead of GGs. And if we turn it around, you've got the BB instead of the GG, and this is not a Gucci bag. And I love that this has been graffitied. It's like Gucci's come and said, don't buy this, it's fake Gucci. And it's Balenciaga. So is that okay? For me, that made this bag so much more fun and versatile because I have this really classic look on one side, but then I can really ramp up my style with the other side. And I'll be wearing this to work this week, so I am super excited to be trying it out. The next bag is Gucci, and I'm calling this a classic with a twist because when Connor and I went to see the film House of Gucci, we saw the original of this bag, which you can buy a re-edition of now in Gucci, and that is the Gucci bamboo handle bag. The original was the tan colour and the black colour. I bought it in green in a mini size. So a couple of little twists there. This bag also comes with the web strap as well as the leather strap, and it's just so fun. The detail of the bamboo and this particular silhouette of the bag is classic. But this colour and this size is not, and that is why it's one of my favourite classics with a twist in my collection. Alright, now we're on to Chanel, and I've got a couple of interesting ones to show you here. First of all, I'll show you my first Chanel walk. I remember going into Chanel, I had done a fair bit of research. I think it was back on Pinterest in the day. And I decided that I wanted a wallet on chain from Chanel. I went into the store, I said, show me everything, and I picked the one that I liked best. And I couldn't get it in silver hardware, which is what I wanted, but it didn't deter me because I loved the detail. And that is my Chanel wallet on chain in the golden class. And the golden class refers to this fastening. So it's a 3D CC, and you flip it up and the bag opens and closes through that mechanism. I loved that about this bag. I thought it was so unique and different. I was not at all interested in the ClAsSiCs, which had the snap button closure at the time, because I didn't think that they would stay shut, that they'd pop open and I'd end up forever pushing them back closed. Fast forward on a few years and I did buy myself a classic Chanel walk because I loved this beige with the silver hardware. This one has the magnetic closure, not the snap button closure. It closes really easily when there's nothing in it, but when it's full, it doesn't close really easily. So it's not a total disappointment, but it does reinforce the fact that my choosing of the golden class was justified for my needs. And the final two bags are my versions of the Chanel classic flap in the medium size, the most coveted size. This first one I bought back in 2012, brand new from the boutique on Fifth Avenue in New York City when I was on holiday. I wanted, on my 31st year in the world, to purchase a Chanel handbag whilst I was on holiday in New York. Like, set criteria. There were a few things that I wanted to buy on that holiday, and I did. Now, this bag attracted me for so many reasons. One, it looks like a classic flap, but it's so edgy and grungy and unexpected from Chanel that I just had to have it. It's lambskin, it has large quilts and small quilts, it has tweed and leather. It's all over the place, and you guys have affectionately called this bag my Franken Bag, and it really is. It's such a great bag. It's a single flap. It's got the side-by-side grommets, which makes it super easy to wear cross-body and adjust it while you're on the go. It's an amazing substitute for a classic flap in my opinion, and it's so unique. Speaking of unique seasonal classic flaps, which aren't really classic but have all the hallmarks of a classic flap, is my denim beauty. This is from the 20B collection. I keep saying 20C, but apparently that is wrong. And this is one of the best denims I think that Chanel have released in terms of a flap bag, because the denim quilts are super puffy. It has this kind of acid wash CC pattern over it, kind of subtle, with the beautiful silver hardware. Now, this again is a single flap, but it's got all the hallmarks of a classic flap, except it doesn't have the lipstick pocket. Who cares? There's only one. I need at least three. It's got the little Mona Lisa pocket on the back. Oh, and there's something in there. Oh, a tarot reader. Must go back. But it looks like a flat bag, and it is, but it's not a classic, but it looks kind of classic. And that's what I like about it. It's a classic with a twist. And these are the essence of what my handbag collection is all about. It's really something that draws me into looking at bags. My Fendi Peekaboos are in the Cellaria instead of the Napa leather, so they've got more texture to them. My Fendi baguettes are in really bright, fun colours, in sequins and in lilacs and bright pinks. I think LuXuRy is all about having fun. I don't take it too seriously. I'm not concerned about resale. Sometimes I actually jag a really good deal that nobody else is interested in. When I bought this one, I bought it for $5,650 secondhand, which was exactly the retail price that the buyer had purchased it for, and she didn't have much interest in it. I was smitten by it and I absolutely wanted it. These are now selling for over $10,000. And at the time, they were nothing. Another example of that is this bag that was featured on Emily in Paris. Nobody was interested in this. Now everyone's interested in it, and the resale price has gone crazy. But I'm not selling it because I love it. So I didn't include this one because it's kind of not really a classic in any way, shape or form. It's definitely a seasonal bag. So hopefully that gives you some insights into my handbag philosophies and what I really love about handbags. Tell me, what are your handbag collection rules? What do you look for when you're shopping, browsing, scrolling? What are the things that stand out for you if you could put a theme around the bags that kind of have made it into your handbag collection? I'd really like to know. If you'd like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. I put out videos on Wednesdays and Sundays, so I will see you in my next one. Bye!